Joshua Church.
Hey everybody, so back for another 007 7 Days of James Bond special. This time talking about another first time Bond in License to Kill. So for this one, yeah, the first time Timothy Dalton ever, put on the suit and did the James Bond thing. Timothy Dalton's a really good actor. Did a really good job, I thought. This Bond was very 80s. They modernized it a bit, took it away from the silliness of Roger Moore era, brought it back to a more grounded, espionage kind of level, especially for the first, well, he only had two, so for both of his movies. But this one I really enjoyed just because, again, he was a darker Bond, dealing with the death of his friend Felix Leiter, who had been through all the Bonds. He was the American CIA guy. Always really well done, good character. So he was killed by a drug lord in South Florida, I think. And then, the whole movie spins on from there. He actually had a young Benicio del Toro in this. It was really cool. But a very cool, darker movie where, Timothy Dalton's just fully unhinged, and he's like, man, screw it, I'm going after this guy because he killed my friend. And so it takes Bond in a kind of a different path than what you're used to. And I thought Timothy Dalton did a really serviceable job in playing Bond, But for me, if I was going to pick one of the two, he was also in Living Daylights, which is also a good movie. But I felt like License to Kill was the better of the two. And definitely a fun flick. So, if I was going to recommend one of the Timothy Dalton movies, that would be the one that I would recommend. So, yeah, I mean, and again, you got to remember, this was kind of what I like to call the dark period of, James Bond, when it wasn't quite as mega popular. It had taken a huge dip. They were trying to get it back on the right track. And they did after this. But for this period, it was still kind of not what it used to be, but they were still moving forward. But I still enjoy Timothy Dalton's Bond. And I feel like, again, he's like one of those Bonds that gets kind of forgotten. But Timothy Dalton's such a good Shakespearean actor. And I thought he did a really good job playing the character. So, yeah, Timothy Dalton Bond, License to Kill, worth checking out. All right, so now we're going to move on to Pierce Brosnan. We'll talk about that next time. And until then, stay with the Movie Dogs channel. Stay with 007, week of Bond, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, take care. Hey, like and subscribe. Be sure to check out more of the content on the Movie Dogs channel. All the reviews and cool remarks and cool guests like me, Josh Church, the owner of River Monster Comics. We are in Dunnellon, Florida, so if you're ever in the area, come by and check out the shop. Get some cool nerd stuff, comics, pops, toys, whatever. And swing by and just have some cool conversations about movies and all things pop culture. We appreciate you. See you soon.